We're fresh out of PAX East.
Oh, was I supposed to say something?
Not necessarily, and it was really fun.
I had so much fun that I can't even remember who I am anymore. But you know what I can remember? DreadXP!
Yeah, DreadXP rules.
I love them.
We played a couple of DreadXP games a few years back at PAX East, and we were like, who the heck is this publisher? Why are all these games so radical? And this year, we did something we've been talking about doing for years and actually interviewed some of the creators and developers at PAX East, one of whom was the director of DreadXP. And the interview was great.
Well, instead of just talking about it, Brett, we should show them.
We should show you. But real, just so quick before we get to the interview. If you're new around here, this is The Keep Up. I'm Brett. Tim is Tim.
That's me.
We do all kinds of fun stuff on the channel. If you enjoy this video, feel free to like it, subscribe. We'd love to have you hang out. And if there's other indie games that you feel like we should know about, we're down to do reviews. We're down to reach out to other creators or do other interviews. But please stick around for this one. There are some really cool conversations about the subgenres of horror and what goes into an indie publisher like DreadXP to keep the games fresh and good and enjoyable. Tim, anything else?
If you're scared, don't be.
Don't be. This is a great one for indie horror fans. If you've never heard of DreadXP, you're in for a treat.
Hi, I'm Hunter Bond. I'm the director of DreadXP, the publisher. I took over PAX West will be 2 years, along with Brian Clark initially, the dev of the Mortuary Assistant, and I.
Gotcha, okay.
We're asked to work on the publisher together. He went back to full-time development, so for about 6 months, along with the crew, of course, I've been running the company.
Can you tell me a little bit about, like, what does being director do? Like, what does your day-to-day look like with DreadXP?
Yeah, it's so funny because, you know, I'm a game dev myself.
Okay.
Right? I always say we're a dev-run publisher because I am working on a title with my co-dev. My head of operations and production, Henry, is a dev. He works with Puppet Combo on a bunch of games to publish. It feels weird to say that my job is to make sure everybody else can do their job.
Right.
Right? Like hiring people that get along well and are good at what they do, but also just being a facilitator and being there to help make the calls. Ultimately, a lot of those decisions are tough to make, and so it's my job to enable people to feel like they're doing their job well and give them support and feedback, but also let them know that when hard calls have to be made, I'll take it. And then if I'm right, awesome. If I'm wrong, that's my heat to take.
Okay, yeah, work environment's super important.
Everyone, I mean, the entire crew is actually here. We're not a very large staff on the publisher side, right? I think we're 7 now total. Okay. Yeah, and so they're all here. This is like our de facto company retreat too, where everybody,
everyone's together. That rules. We played a couple DreadXP games a few years ago at PAX, and we've been fans ever since. To anyone who's unfamiliar, how would you pitch DreadXP and the kind of games you guys like to put out?
I mean, we make good games.
Yeah, I would agree. Can confirm.
You know, we're a horror publisher, and we have in our staff, I think, a really great representation of a spectrum of horror fans, right? Because my main concern would always be pigeonhole what horror can be. Yeah. Horror is a big tent to me. I'm a fan of the schlockiest horror you can get. Sure. But there's plenty of people on staff who are fans of higher brow, more intentional, and there's room for all of it. Games can emulate that, right? Right. And so I don't want to be fenced in from what we can do. Yeah. Right? White Knuckle, some people might argue is not a horror game. They're wrong, right? But it's more atmospheric horror. Yeah. Right? Lacerator, you have a game that's more comedy horror. It is a horror game. It's gory for pixel art, but it's comedy horror. Yeah, okay. Right? I think ultimately the true answer, unjokingly, is I want to make good games. I want our devs that we sign to be able to make good games that keep horror interesting. Yeah. There's a lot of horror games. There are other people who do a lot of specialty in horror. That means that we all have a wonderful opportunity to sign a huge array. So people keep calling our catalog eclectic, right? I don't know. I think we just keep signing games that we think would be fun. Yeah. That's super important. Is there anything you've been playing lately? It doesn't even have to be recent, but anything that you're like, man, people should really be playing this game? Gosh, I mean, outside of what we do? Sure, yeah. The Oblivion remaster's pretty good. Oh, yeah. If you want to look hanging fruit. It's funny because I play a lot of games, but my first love is actually tabletop role-playing. Oh, cool, okay. I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons for 30 years. I'm a really big fan of indie RPGs as well.
Okay, cool.
Small press stuff. There's a booth, if you guys have a chance, I always say it's the Indie Press Revolution.
We were there for a while yesterday. It's such a cool booth.
That's the most dangerous booth to me. So I mean, if you want to, I'll give you the recommendation I've given a lot of friends. I really like Phil Vidic. Phil Vidic's either a really small team or a solo dev, and he's from somewhere in like Eastern Europe, broadly speaking.
Okay.
And it like bleeds through, but it's a really awesome like pixel art kind of like manuscript, third-person isometric RPG.
Okay.
With first-person like Dragon Quest-y turn-based combat.
Sounds
but
awesome.
the writing is like really hilarious, and it's not a grind RPG. It's an experience, and it's like 5 hours, and it's great.
What's your like comfort / nostalgic thing? It could be a movie or a game where you just need to like turn off for a minute.
So this is funny. Anyone who's known me for any period of time knows the answer is Highlander.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I used to work at a comic book store, a comic and game store. My first job, I was 16, and I worked full-time as the day shift manager.
Okay.
And we had a CRT VCR combo in the corner. And because I worked the weekday shift until people got off school or whatever,
Sure.
it was basically just me hanging out in like an empty game store. And the owner was like, hey man, it's kind of weird in here if it's so quiet. Just throw a tape on or something, right? But I only had a box with like 3 tapes in it.
Yeah.
It was The Crow, like a double episode of The X-Files, and Highlander. And I'd cycle them for a while, and eventually I was like, I wonder if I keep putting Highlander in until someone notices how many times I can play it. And the answer was like 6 months straight.
That's
Before someone
unbelievable.
called out like, dude, are you playing Highlander again? It was a joke at start, but like now I've got like Stockholm Syndrome, and so it's like my favorite movie of all time.
That's where you love to be.
Yeah.
Anything you want to plug, games you have here, where you want people to find you?
Oh,
the floor is yours, my friend.
Great, yeah. We just launched White Knuckle into early access, which
Yeah.
has been doing great.
We played that yesterday. It's awesome.
Yeah, the dev is here with us. I'm from New Mexico, and the developers are from New Mexico, so it means a lot to me because we don't have a lot of game development in New Mexico. Super cool to get them signed.
That's rad, yeah.
We just announced Pigface. The demo is brand new, hasn't been shown online. It's been great to see people get to play it.
I played it yesterday, and it's really fun.
The Last Raider is awesome. Heartworm's coming out soonish, right?
Yeah.
We got the third Amanda the Adventurer game. Ultimately, our Steam publisher page is a great place to, see what we've got going on. We still post on social media, all of them. DreadXP games, easy to find. The big thing is keep an eye out in October. We're going to be doing the Indie Horror Showcase again, the showcase that we put together every year, primarily to support indie horror devs, right? We tend to throw our own stuff in there too, but last year we had like one announcement and did it anyway. This year we'll have more stuff to include, and we're going to be doing that again.